This is the hidden, dirty inside tap water. You'll only lose if you choose not to buy the purifier. Do you have salt? Huh?
Trouble busters!
$10,000! $10,000! I'm so excited. Having high-end sushi with the money I won gambling is the best! My name is Tom. I'm an office worker. My hobby is gambling. I'm celebrating how I won money through my hobby by throwing a home party by myself. However... Here's my business card, sir. I'm selling the nation's best water purifier. I don't need a water purifier, so please leave. Take a look at this. This is the hidden, dirty inside tap water. You'll only lose if you choose not to buy the purifier. This is how much mold is hiding inside tap water. Okay. Take a look at this. When you insert the designated machine into tap water, there! Can you see the green contaminants in there? You're right. Is tap water really dirty like that? It is! Isn't it surprising? But don't worry, as long as you use this water purifier from our company, it'll instantly turn into clean, moldless water. Would you like to buy one? Could this be... We're doing a promotion right now, and you can purchase this machine for only $3,500 when it's normally $5,000. Does it normally cost $3,500? It's set at that price because of the quality it offers. I see. Yep, I knew it. I knew this guy was sketchy. And out of those who purchased this water purifier, we've seen so many of them who have started earning double their previous income within the 3 months of the purchase. You're exaggerating. It sounds like a lie, but it's true. This is the only water purifier that lets you consume clean water. The world's one and only holy water that our company developed allows you to do that. He keeps making things up. If he's telling the truth... Do you have salt? Salt? Yes. Why salt? Ooh, there's some salt here that I placed to increase my monetary fortune. Huh? The performance you did in front of me just now was all fake. What? What do you mean by that? Tap water contains trace amounts of ions, so when you put the device into the water and ran an electric current through it earlier, the electrodes dissolved, causing the untreated tap water to become contaminated. But when we used the purifier, it turned clear. Purified water has its ions removed, so it does not turn black even when the device is used on it. However, when salt is added, the water becomes rich in ions, allowing excessive current to flow, which causes the device to short circuit and the water to turn black. Do you agree with what I said? Yikes! He's not getting tricked! Oh no, it's getting late. I have customers waiting for me at my next visit, so I'm taking my leave now. Oh, hey! Damn it. I need to tell Mom to be careful too.
I already bought it.
What? Why didn't you talk to me about it first?
Well...
The residents here are drinking waters that are kept in this water tank. Because the tank hasn't been properly maintained or cleaned, this is what's happening. I got the landlord's permission, and every resident is now purchasing this water purifier.
That's why I thought I had to urgently buy the purifier. Besides, the landlord came here and said that the salesman was correct about what he said.
That bastard! I immediately headed over to the address that was listed on his business card, but it was already too late. He had already escaped. Because he vanished, it affected my mom's living situation. But there was someone who gave me the shocking truth. There are some who know how these tricks work, but some people get deceived too. And it's simply unforgivable. I made up my mind to find where that guy is, no matter what. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble busters! And so, I'm gonna use the money I won gambling to contribute to our economy. He's really here! You must be Mr. Mitchell! Yikes! How'd you know I'm here? It took some steps, but nothing is impossible for Detective Joe Cobweb here. So, it seems like you're scamming people with a different method now. Scam? Why do you say it like that? You can't even prove that I'm scamming people! It's not our job to gather proof, but it seems like you're really good at fleeing. I struggled to find your whereabouts. You fled as quick as a shooting star. This office full of vacation home decoration must have been built with the money you scammed from different people until now. What are you talking about? I haven't done anything wrong. Without my ideas, I couldn't have saved so many people. You're making yourself sound like a hero, but you're taking advantage of people's hearts to urge them to buy your product. That's what you do. The $3,500 that my mom and the rest of her neighbors bought will be returned to each of them, so you'd better get ready for this. You sound as if you already won this game. Let me tell you that I never fled from anything. This area was desiring me. You have something to say about everything I say. What should we do? Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like there's delivery for me outside, so I'm stepping away. Yikes! So, officer, don't you think this is ridiculous? This guy decided to flee on the day he discovered about cooling off. I hope you don't misunderstand, but I happened to move out of my office that day. May I see your business license and ID? Here you go. Mr. Mitchell, these aren't fake, are they? Fake? I would never do that. Huh. I can't really say until I look into this. How did you confirm about the contaminants in the water tank? I have a connection with a vendor, and that person gave me that information. And who is the person who gave you that information? I can't give you that since it's considered personal information. Does that person ever exist? Or maybe that person is your accomplice? Stop making things up. The officers will be misguided. According to our research, you've been walking around in that area to ask around about the income and age group of the residents there. What are you talking about? I don't have the time to be doing that. Even if you deny it, we have proof, so I suggest you be honest about it. Look at you, you're turning as red as a tomato. Isn't it only getting rougher for you to keep lying about it? Why'd you go around asking for that information? That's because I wanted to know my clientele before I went out selling my water purifier. But didn't you say that you didn't do that research because you don't have the time for it? I wasn't lying. I thought he was talking about something else. Time passes slowly since I got to this area, so I'm still half asleep. But it's already 3 p.m. I'm here as I'm skipping my snack break. Just admit it and get this over with. Admit it? No way! I haven't done anything wrong at all. Rather than drinking dangerous water because of the dirty water tank, it's so much more cost-efficient for the residents to purchase the $3,500 water purifier. Don't you agree with me? Dan, do you have anything to say about this? A guy named Mitchell kept talking to me about the water tank every day, and he said that I'd get sued if I didn't do anything about it because I'd be considered an accomplice. That's why I had to say that the residents were mandated to purchase the water purifier. So what? It's true that the water tank was dirty? No, you're actually wrong. What do you mean by that? That apartment's water tank wasn't dirty at all. Jeez, didn't you see that photo? You fooled me there. An expert said that the photo was obviously fake. So you were making people purchase the water purifier by utilizing a fake photo. Wouldn't this be considered fraud? Is there evidence that he was showing those fake photos? Joe, do we have evidence for that? Oh, we're still looking into that. What? We've come this far, but we can't arrest him if we don't have evidence. Ha! You can't trick me into answering what you want me to. You're saying that the picture in a dirty water tank was fake? How do you know it's true? Unless you have the picture that I was showing those residents, you can't say for sure. I haven't sent that photo to anyone. You're actually kinda good. Good? Well, the truth always wins at the end of the day. Is it true that you filed a claim regarding the water tank? I don't have a reason to lie about it. Who told that lie? When the water tank is like that, someone needs to file a claim to Consumers Affairs, right? The people in that area had no idea, so I had to file the claim for them. Besides, that landlord is crazy leaving the tank so dirty. We confirmed on our end, but they said they never had a claim filed from a person named Mitchell. Oh, you know what? I think I filed that claim anonymously. Are you also gonna tell me that you used helium to change your voice, too? I didn't change my voice. You don't seem to be the type of guy who'd file a claim anonymously. You've been confident with everything you say since earlier. You're probably the type who thinks you're a superhero who deserves to stand out. Stop making things up about me. I filed that complaint anonymously because I wanted to be considerate to the landlord of that apartment. And are you also gonna tell me that you changed your voice with helium because you didn't want people to find out that you were snitching? Like, my name is Michelle. I said I didn't use helium. Would anything have inconvenienced you if you revealed your identity? I don't think many people choose to stay anonymous when they call Consumer Affairs. And by the way, what name did you use when you called? I don't know. It's been a while, and I forgot. It's only been a month. How do you even forget about it when it hasn't been too long? We need you to be clear and honest. What's the matter? There's been 0 calls regarding a dirty water tank by an anonymous person who changed his voice with helium. See? I knew he was lying. Can we arrest him then? At this time, it only proved that he told a lie about how he filed a report, and it doesn't prove that he committed fraud. What? No way! We're just an inch away from revealing his true identity! Let's call it a day for now. We'll continue the investigation on our end. What? So is this where it ends? We can't really do anything because there isn't enough evidence to arrest him! No way! Nice try! Since I couldn't get over it, I decided to talk about this with that man. What do you think, Mr. Cobweb? He's actually pretty good. Blah! I lose. I can't do this anymore. I win again. And so, I know that he's guilty for sure, but we just don't have the evidence. Tom, don't worry about it. Nothing's impossible for me. And that's why I decided to talk to you. Let's file a lawsuit using a consumer group action. What does that mean? By gathering other victims and filing a lawsuit together, there's also a possibility that the suspect will feel pressured and confess. So we'd be making them admit it without proof. That's right. We'll start by confirming that the residents at that apartment intend to participate in this group action. And so, Mr. Cobweb and I have gone around asking the residents, and we discovered that every resident agreed to participate in the group action. We only have a good feeling about this. And on the day of the trial, I can't believe you've gone this far! Defendant, you originally sold a water purifier that should have cost no more than $200 for the absurdly high price of $3,500. What was your reason for setting the price at $3,500? Our company's water purifier uses a special technology that would purify the impurities that aren't visible. It was developed by a researcher who's one of the top 5 in the nation, and therefore $3,500 is actually very reasonable. And what's the name of that researcher? His name is Arnold Swagen. What? A foreigner? I see. Is that person in the country? He already flew back to his country. Do you know where that researcher's laboratory is? Over there? Well, I don't know. I see. So you requested him to develop the water purifier despite not knowing too much about him. That's actually bold. I don't need to know anything about his country. This is all about what's going on within our nature. I'd like to change my question then. You met Arnold Swagen in prison, is this correct? Seriously? Does this guy have a record? Well, I guess I'm not really surprised. What are you talking about? Prison? I've never been in. This is you in the past, isn't it? Me? No way! This person looks completely different from me! But aren't you wearing makeup? I can see that you're using eyeliner. Tom, you have good eyes. Right? He studied special makeup techniques while he was in prison for 2 years. And while he was in there, he came up with the idea of the deceiving sales technique. Since Mr. Swagen seemed to be in need of money, he worked with him to commit fraud in different areas. Isn't that so? That's just your imagination, and it's not like you can prove any of that. Do you think you can win the game as long as we don't have proof? Don't you have a sense of guilt? That goes for you! Don't you feel guilty for accusing an innocent man like this? Let's summon a witness. Mr. Swagen! What? Why is he here? All right, Mr. Swagen. Is it true that you have met this man in Hokkaido? Yes! He talked to me as soon as I was detained, and he taught me how wonderful the water in Japan was. So, you've always been into water. And after that, what kind of work did he request you? He asked me to develop a water purifier, but I've only worked in the farms until then, so I decided to build a water purifier by watching videos online. And would that be this holy water right here? What? So this purifier was developed by an amateur and you were charging $3,500? That's simply fraud! I can't believe you sold it to people like my mom who aren't really tech-savvy. I'm never going to forgive you. Hey, Swagen, stop lying! Mr. Swagen, you haven't lied about anything you said, did you? No, I didn't. That's all. Thank you very much. You traitor! What was the point of me giving you a huge stack of cash? Shut up! What's your problem? You took advantage of Mr. Swagen's weakness to drag him into a crime without his knowledge, and you sent him out of the country as soon as you were done with him.
And are there things that you never informed me of?
No, there aren't.
I need to know all the facts if you want me to represent you effectively. There's no way I can help you like this.
But... That's not it. This is the product that you're currently selling, right? Whoa, that's such a sketchy label, and it looks kinda cool somehow. This bottled water sells about 300 per day, and it's a popular product. Don't tell me you're selling it for a high price. You're selling it for $19.80 per bottle, correct? That's so expensive! That's about 10 times more expensive than a normal bottled water. Who buys them? You'd slip into people's hearts by using words to urge them to buy your product. There are just so many people who are being deceived by you as we speak. They're not being deceived. I'm a savior. Because they drink this water, they are who they are now. Then let me ask you. You claimed this water to have been extracted from a power spot, but precisely where is this water sourced from?
There's a mountain in this area, right? I'm sure you'll understand when you go there, but there's a sacred-looking lake there. It's very clear, and the moment it goes inside your body, you can immediately tell that you've gained so much energy. It's a wonderful water.
And there isn't any such lake, right?
This water is just tap water that you use the same water purifier on, right?
Oh, I think I went there to get the water about 2 weeks ago.
You already told a lie in this court, and I don't trust your words. Unless you can prove that you truly went 2 weeks ago.
And are you able to take us to that lake? I can't believe you're telling a lie in a situation like this. If you've been telling a lie until now, you're in deep trouble.
By the way, there has been a person who witnessed you putting water into this bottle at the mountain as they were springing.
That's a lie! The only people who can get to that spot are those who know how to climb rocks. There isn't anyone young in this area.
There it is. You just dug yourself a hole.
You just admitted that you didn't get the water from the lake.
Oh no!
Judge, we ask for a fair verdict.
Hold a second. Okay, I'll admit that I exaggerated some things about Mensor, but I didn't do anything wrong with the water purifier. Besides, Twagen lied to me that he was a professional engineer. I need you to understand that I'm also a victim.
There it is, a rush of excuses in an attempt to minimize your guilt.
Before the water purifier, you've sold water from Italy that didn't even exist, which put you in prison.
That was a false accusation. I ended up taking the blame when I didn't do anything wrong.
But what you've done here was fraud.
Okay, fine. Judge, I admit things about Mensor, but when it comes to everything else, there isn't even enough proof. Please make a fair verdict.
Okay, guilty.
That was fast.
Hold on a second. Please come up with a verdict after thinking carefully. You know what? Let's do this. Tom, I'll apologize about what happened this time, and I'll give you back your mom's money. So let's just settle this matter on our own.
Is that how badly you don't want to go to prison?
Of course! I don't want another record!
But because of the lies you told, there's so many people who are in trouble. I can't make that decision on my own.
Okay, fine. How about this? I'll admit my sin. I'll go to prison. So, in exchange for admitting to my crime, I want to be on a suspended sentence, and I want this to be as easy as possible on me.
Saying sorry in court isn't gonna end everything. You've been deceiving people who are over 60 years old. After being told about how you were struggling when you're around their sons' ages, they'd end up buying things even if they can't afford it. You've been making money by taking advantage of people's kindness.
Oh, please, Tom. I'll reflect on everything that I've done, so please, I can't go to prison.
You're trying to pretend as if you haven't done any of the wrongdoings you've done.
That's not true. I'll pay you as much as you want me to, so please let me go this time. Oh, please.
Just shut up and admit your sins and truly reflect on everything that you've done.
I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again.
In this way, we won the case. The notoriously shady salesman Mitchell was not a first-time offender, so he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for fraud without parole and is now working on plumbing tasks while incarcerated. After his release, he's been steadily repaying his victims, all while receiving criticism from elderly residents at a nursing home where he works. As for me,
I've been quite lucky lately. I made $3,000 off $200 today again. Yikes! I forgot that today is my repayment day. Aiden is so strict on due dates. Trouble Busters!